Matt Jones and KSR are throwing shade at me because I'm the real Kentucky media. I'm the media that gives you the unbiased opinion that you're actually thinking while the game's going on. I'm the media that reminds you that Mark Pope wasn't within our top 6 coaching searches. I'm the media that reminds you, as a Kentucky fan, realistically what's actually going on within our program. Do I always tell the truth? Yes. Do you not like the truth sometimes? Yes. But I'm not the guy who sugarcoats stuff just so that I can have a huge platform. That's what KSR does. KSR is a mostly positive platform. Everything that they put out is pro Kentucky basketball, pro BBN, and that's fantastic. Everything that I put out is objective. I am objective basketball, objective Kentucky basketball, objective BBN. And I'm a part of BBN, but my platform is always going to be objective because that's what I do. I'm the objective media. Every single week, Stephen Curry reminds us that he is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Another ring makes Stephen Curry the greatest basketball player of all time. He is undoubtedly the best point guard. I don't want to hear any more Johnson discussions. I don't want to hear any more Magic Johnson discussions. I don't want to hear about Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson, anybody else. Undoubtedly, Stephen Curry is the greatest point guard of all time, and he's showing us that every single week as a 37-year-old basketball player. He's unstoppable. If you watched the Warriors game yesterday, it looked like literally NBA 2K. Steph Curry would get inches of space, 2 to 3, and it's going in. He started the first half off 8 for 10 from 3. That's insane, 80%. He finished the game with 12 three-pointers, the NBA record for single game three-point shooting for single game three-pointers made is 14. And that's just a casual night for Steph Curry. That was just a casual Tuesday night. He yawned, rolled out of bed, dropped 52 points. The man is insane. Look at the Warriors roster. Look at the guys on the Warriors roster and tell me if Steph Curry doesn't win a ring this year backpacking those guys, even Jimmy Butler can't shoot anymore. If Steph Curry wins a ring backpacking these guys, he is the greatest basketball player of all time. This year's NBA draft class is one of the weakest that we've seen in years. The reason for that? All of the guys in the top 10 are American basketball players. American basketball is getting watered down from every single level. NIL in college basketball is making the product not as pure. The NBA, we already know, struggles because they're just shooting three-pointers left and right. The best players that come into the league nowadays are from overseas. They're Wembenyana, Luka Doncic, guys like that. Overseas players are literally taking over basketball. This year, it doesn't matter who you pick in the NBA draft, you're not going to get a star. Cooper Flag is not going to be a star. He's going to be a role player on an NBA basketball team. Derek Queen is not going to be a star. He will be a role player. So will every other guy on this list. There's nobody in the 2025 NBA draft who's going to change a franchise. These are all very average college basketball players. And this is the weakest draft class that we've seen in 20 years. There's not a single kid on this list who's going to change a team. They're not going to actually even make a difference. At best, I think that Derek Queen or Cooper Flag could be a number 2 on their team at best, but more realistically, they'll probably be a third option and a good role player. Good role players on their team. This draft class is disappointing, but I'm asking you, is it NIL that's contributing to this or is it just a down year? Or is it because there's no guys from overseas that are stars? Are all of the stars in the NBA coming from overseas nowadays? The only generational prospects in the NBA nowadays, the only generational prospects nowadays are coming from overseas. You could look at this year's big board for the draft class. All 10 prospects are NBA players, are American basketball players, and none of them are going to be that good. None of those guys you could look at day one and say, oh, he's a freak. He's an alien. He's going to change our program. Not one of them. They're all might all or some of them might be good basketball players in the NBA. They might be good role players, but where are the stars? If I get a top 3 draft pick, I want somebody who's going to change my team, change the franchise. Don't just give me a role player. Don't give me a Derek Queen. Don't give me a Cooper Flag. I've never seen an individual less aware of their surroundings than Ja Morant. This kid just got suspended for an entire season because he was with guns and he was posting guns and he's the gun man all on social media. And then he gets back in the league. He has a good season. He's finally getting some traction, becoming a likable star again. And then he goes and gets his head coach fired out of the blue when they're going to make the playoffs and they're in a great spot, great seating. And then he plays the Warriors 2 days later and starts shooting guns at their bench when the Grizzlies have realized that they lost the game. What is that? What, like, no, but seriously, what is wrong with Ja Morant? Has he lost his mind? He's the only player in the NBA who apparently doesn't have an agent, doesn't have a social media person, doesn't have anybody in his corner. Ja Morant just does what he wants to. Does Ja Morant have any guidance? Is there anybody who's actually in his ear telling him, "Hey Ja, this is how we maintain your public image. Hey Ja, this is how we keep all of your sponsorships. This is how we prolong your NBA career and we allow you to flourish based off of your talent." John Morant has missed so many NBA games because of stuff that he's done either off the floor or gestures on the floor. Nothing to do with basketball. Nothing to do with injuries. Nothing to do with being hurt. His entire career, John Morant's entire career and his current downfall is all falling apart right here. Everything that he's doing is just a mistake. It's just him being young. It's him being immature. Who is in his corner helping him and saying, Ja, this is not how we want to portray your image. We're not doing anything with guns anymore, Ja. We're not posting real guns. We're not holding fake guns. We're not using water guns. We're not doing imaginary guns. We're not doing guns, Ja Morant. That's what he needs to hear.